Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, let's go through the interior preview pages that Dark Horse put up for Sister Imperator comic issue 1. All right, so we finally get our look at some of the interior pages for the first issue of this series, which is obviously the first comic series in the Ghost universe. It's been described, as we've read before, as brutal, and right off the bat we can already see that it is. We see blood splatter everywhere. But yeah, let's take a closer look and let's see what we can deduce out of these first 5 pages of this series. So let's zoom in here. So like we said, there's already blood splatter everywhere. Seems though somebody's already being hurt or tortured, and we have somebody saying no. Then they said, "For the love of God, have mercy." And we see somebody who looks like they're tied up with these ropes and they're bleeding. It says, "Mercy is the one thing I didn't learn at my pop's knee." And we see the blood is dripping. Kind of looks like they're hanging up. Doesn't seem like they're on the floor. So here we get the next page. Here's the full spread. And yeah, they weren't kidding. This is brutal, I guess. Right off the bat, they really just gets right into it. Wow. So here we see they're apparently strung up. It looks like an older gentleman, and we can see behind him there's a pentagram. But if you really take a look, you also see that the sign for the sign for the clergy is there as well within the the pentagram in that circle. So let's zoom in here. So he says, "I'm begging you," and she says, "Can you hear the thunder?" Oh, shout out. "I suppose not. You never cared to listen to anything but yourself. Please, I'm a man of God. You, I know you." And she says, "Some might even say you made me the woman I am today." So we could obviously see this looks like Sister Imperator. She's the one that's done this, and she has the knife there in her hand. "You kept this?" And he says, "Don't you dare touch that. You always were a creature of sin." "I've heard that before. Your nostalgia, though, that's unexpected. Not that I don't appreciate it. I do love an ironic end." And it looks like, I mean, at least to me, it just looks like a model of a church. Obviously, the guy seems like he's, pretty religious. And then we have "Drop the weapon." And then we go to the next page. And so, yeah, we have a cop here, hands in the air. She drops the what looks like the model of the church. And then outside, another cop says, "You're bringing her out now? Okay, we're setting a perimeter. Only EMTs allowed through." Can we get a statement? Can you tell us why you did it? Is he really dead? Have you killed before? What did you do to him? If the punishment fit the crime, what did he do to earn this? And then she turns to that one that said the last statement, says, "You, I like. Come see me if you can." And in the last of the pages, we'll zoom in here, says several hours later. He says, "Still willing to talk?" She says, "That depends." "On what?" And so the other cop says, "I'm not sure about this. She doesn't look scary now, but what she did to that old guy, So he says, I'm sure she had her reasons. I'll be fine as long as I don't give her one, right? There it is, she says. What? The right attitude. That would be the attitude you don't have. And our final little panels here. It's your funeral, I guess. I won't take too much of your time. Looks like I have quite a bit of that to spare at the moment. What can I call you, ma'am? Sister Imperator would be respectful. And that's the end of our 5 preview pages. What do you guys think? My initial thoughts, it ended up even though they told us, it did end up being a little more brutal right off the bat than I thought, but I love it. I love that it just dived right into it. So obviously, just off the top of my head, I'm thinking that could have been her stepfather. I think in one of the issues or the descriptions for an upcoming issue, her stepfather was mentioned. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if I can pull it up. I think it's the one. Yeah, the one for issue 2. It says there's this little part where it says that she ends up in a circus in Eastern Europe, where she meets a wide variety of unusual people, some of whom will go on to change her life forever. As she becomes the resident human cannonball, it seems the sister may have found her place after all, until tragedy strikes the circus. Could her stepfather's horrible reach truly extend across the Atlantic? And if not, who else could be after her? So there's a couple options here as they bring that that full panel back up so you guys take a look. Man, it's pretty gnarly. Um, it could be that in that that second issue it was her stepfather, but I don't know. We keep having that looming, on 3 out of the 4 covers that we're gonna get, um, that like that looming demonic presence at the top of the issue on the covers, who I'm theorizing is gonna be revealed to be the old one. We really don't know anything about the old one other than in one of the chapter videos, when she's in the hospital, now more towards the present day, she gets a call from someone, called the Old One, but it was never elaborated upon, never expanded. So as of now, that's the only mention we have of somebody called the Old One. Like I had mentioned before, there's no way that this, demonic looking figure on the covers could be like Papa, Nahil for example, because at this moment in time that the comic series take place, he's young, just like her. So it's probably the person that maybe initiated her into this whole thing, and who knows if she's even the one here that really strung him up and did all this. Maybe it was maybe it was the old one, and then maybe he just kind of left her to finish this gentleman off, to kill him, or maybe she did do all this. We don't know. That's why we need the whole full context. So it seems like we could be getting that the 4-issue series might be her, as we see in these final panels here. It might be her recounting this story to this reporter. So maybe these are literally the first 5 pages of issue 1, and then the rest of that issue, and then issues 2, 3, and 4 are kind of explaining how we got here and explaining her backstory. So that would be an interesting way. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think down in the comments? Is there anything I'm missing? Uh, put any theories you currently have. What did you think about it? The art, I'm liking the art because they got the artist that is currently doing Batman and Scooby Doo. So I was even thinking they might even that in the interior pages they were maybe even going to go more of that like Scooby Doo look, since they got an artist that's currently working on a Scooby Doo comic book. But I think it's different enough yet it still can match it, and it lives in that, because I was thinking, well, I guess they might be going for that Scooby-Doo look if they're really trying to have it look very similar to the music videos, for uh, Mary on a Cross, and then The Future is a Foreign Land, to keep it consistent. But looks like the artist changed it up, and he really did say, he said it's a departure from what I'm usually used to, um, and it shows. So it doesn't really look like the Scooby Doo thing, and but I like it. I think it's great, and I can't wait to get the full issue one next week, next Wednesday, March 5th. Um, but yeah, those are my initial thoughts on these first 5 pages. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. But yeah, so let's theorize, and honestly, next week can't get here soon enough. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you all in the next video.